Let's go on Thacker in the MCU. We all know the MCU. The biggest and most successful cinematic universe. Hit after hit after hit. And then the 2020s came along. Needless to say, the MCU is having some problems. Not doing so hot. Now, of course, there is a very simple, obvious explanation for all this. Marvel's making same mistakes the DCU made in its early days, focusing less on standalone stories that had minor connections to the bigger MCU, and making movies that are pretty much just connections, and not really any plot. Just build up, build up, build up. Look at that, it's coming. Hey, don't you're trying to see that, won't you? Ooh, what about this one? So the MCU is basically just Thanos snapping itself. But let's say none of that happened. Let's say at the moment the MCU was strong as the past MCU. Well, even if that were the case, the MCU saw its path to its demise. Let me explain. So with every movie in a franchise, the more goes on, the more crazier it has to be. That's just how it works. Now, the MCU has not reached that point yet, I want to make that clear. They can definitely go crazier and are at the moment. But eventually, a franchise can only go so crazy and do so much. There's a point where you can't top it and there's nothing else to do. So say the MCU gets back on top, better than it even was previously. Eventually, there just won't be anything left to do. Once the MCU goes as big as it can, as far as it can, as long as it can, it has to end. That's just logic. And that's the problem with all cinematic universes. Their end is inevitable. And so after they reach that big point, they can either murder it or let it end. But this is Hollywood, so we all know the answer to that. Murder. Whether it be the Monsterverse, the DCU, or the MCU, it will end eventually. But there's actually one that could survive and even thrive, and that being the Conjuring universe. Because those movies have small, if any, connections to the other movies. They're almost like they're not in a cinematic universe. So theoretically, the Conjuring universe could go on forever. But as for all other cinematic universes, especially the MCU, the end is inevitable. So I say we enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy the MCU, DCU, Monsterverse, Conjuring universe, whatever. Enjoy them while they last. Because eventually, except for maybe the Conjuring universe, they're all gonna come to the end. Bye, guys, for now. Bye-bye, Charile and Thacker. Man, that is depressing. I'm so sorry.